It's your boy Mac Man, true story, all stories ain't true. You already know. I know y'all like, what the H or what the F? And I'm saying the same thing, man. Like somebody sent me the video. I want to see what it's about with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to just look at it and then talk about it later. So let me see what they got going on over here. Let me share the screen real quick. Let me just let y'all know what's going on first with this thing here. Let's put this on real fast. See what we're talking about.
As trained and equipped.
Basically, in Kabul, or Kabul, Afghanistan, the U.S. decided to leave out of the country, you know what I'm saying? And then now, they said that the Taliban wouldn't take over. This is what they was talking about. Let me show you this other screen, excuse me. And then that's exactly what happened. So as soon as I look at the video, I'm like, yo, this dude just fell off the plane. Let me show you the video real quick. I want to show, let me wait for 2 minutes to pass by before I show you the video. Let me show you something else real quick. What's up, It's crazy out there right now. It's crazy.
Eric, and as the situation on the ground in Kabul rapidly deteriorates, U.S. forces there are rushing to evacuate all personnel from the embassy.
Afghan hot-fueled airplanes for a long time, man. Them joints is loud. They're not really real. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get next to, you gotta really be shook. You gotta be something. Gotta really be going on for you to run to the airport and jump on an airplane and decide to get up out the country. And meanwhile, everybody, the whole world begging the United States, yo, don't bounce yet because it's not.
President Ashraf Ghani's departure signals the government has all but handed power to the Taliban. Trey Yanks is live in Jerusalem with the very latest. Trey, what more can you tell us?
Arthel, good afternoon. As we speak.
Hold up, this is the wrong screen. I got the wrong screen. Excuse me, y'all. What do we got? I think this is it right here.
The Kabul airport is the only safe way out of Afghanistan, and today there was nearly a run on it. Afghans who could get visas rushed to foreign countries. For the United States, the airport is the staging ground to evacuate U.S. embassy personnel. Helicopters and airplanes circled over Kabul, shuttling between the embassy, where sensitive documents were burned, and the airport as the Taliban closed in. The militants had already taken every city except Kabul, mostly without fighting. U.S. trade.
All right, let me show you the part where I was talking about they jumping off the plane. I don't even want to show it. Hold on. This one. All right, my bad. Here we go. So I'm making my key. Check this out, yo. Oh, shit. What? I didn't even see that part. Wow. Wow. Oh, boy. Let me start this thing. Let me go to the other one to show y'all what this shit is going on over. That should remind me of the 9/11, man. The videos that they had during 9/11. I'm gonna show y'all what this joint is about, man. What they out here doing. You know the real reason why this video interested me is because I think about how much stuff that we, you know what I'm saying, like we don't. I mean, like we get everything that we want in this country. You know what I'm saying? Everything at the tip of your fingers. When it gets to a point where you got to go to the airport, right? You got to go to the airport and hug onto a plane at LaGuardia Airport until the plane take off. You got to think there ain't no reasoning behind that. You already, it's like, I'd rather die than to go back there. You know what I'm saying? So for people that think that they having the worst time, when you think that you have your life is messed up, think about the stuff that other people don't got. You know what I'm saying? Don't got. Imagine you seeing your grandfather, somebody jumping over a plane. You know what I'm saying? And we pay no attention to none of this. Nobody wants to see this. They rather talk about something else, like Hassan Campbell or something. You know what I mean? This is the world that we at. The man Biden and them. But let me show you. Let me share something with y'all. Let me stop that for a second. Educate you cats. I'm not staying on this long. I just want to share that with y'all. Give y'all something to appreciate, man.
Hey, Becky. Well, there are scenes of panic and pandemonium at Kabul airport today as desperate people pour onto the runway trying to flee the country in what can only be described as a chaotic exodus. Now, people are literally clinging on to U.S. military aircraft.
Now, you don't understand why they're running because the Taliban just took over. You know what I'm saying? They already had every other city. Only thing left was Kabul. And then, America bounced up out of there. Biden said that he promised this ain't going to happen. He said it's not going to be none of this. The Taliban not that strong. We Gucci. They got up out of there. You see, they getting up out of there one by one. Those planes leaving, and the people is jumping on these airplanes like, yo, please don't bounce.
As they try to take off. The U.S. is in charge of the airport there, but their focus is on the evacuation.
I worked on airplanes for 3 years, man. This right here is a 747. This is not a small airplane. It's like a 2.5-story airplane. These shits is loud. If you get sucked up in one of these engines, it's a Rap Reynolds for you, brother. A Rap Reynolds for you, brother. That means that you are willing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing left. You know what I mean? I'm not going back to the Bronx. What you mean? Y'all talking about unemployment. Oh, unemployment is going to be over on September 4th. Well, listen, you had 2 years. A year and some change, excuse me. When it started, April, May, June, July, August, you had a year. You had 16 months of free money to get whatever you want, including airplane ticket wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, y'all out here trying to scare people with vaccines and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But is you jumping off the airplanes? That's why I want to show this, man. This shit is a wake-up call for me. I don't care which one of y'all understand why I'm doing this or why I put this up, or even understand it. You know what I'm saying? For that matter. Because the ones that need to see this, that's going to get it, you know what I mean? They're going to get it. They're going to get it. This right here is crazy, dude.
Of American personnel. As far as commercial flights go, it's a disorderly mess with little security, and the commercial
people ain't smiling. They clinging.
Flights are currently not running. We know that as of last night, the U.S. military.
Yo, bro, I would never. I mean, like, I'd rather go back and do it. I'm trying to tell y'all how scary this is being down there. I worked on airplanes, and I'm telling you, this is scary. That's the biggest airplane they got next to a 777.
She had flown around 500 embassy personnel.
Look Look at your man right there. He trying to hold on to something real quick. Old boy right here.
He's
about to hold on to this. Like they're holding on to this. That's crazy.
personnel out of the country on military aircraft. They're working up to a capacity of several thousand out per day, but they won't have that capability for a few days to come. As for the Afghans that have worked in various roles for the US, it's going to be a much tougher journey.
And now that they're out, you know what they're doing? They shooting on people at the airport. They cracking down. It's a whole different regime.
To get out of the country. As I mentioned,
that's like saying MS-13 is taking over America.
Commercial flights are problematic. Thousands of Afghans are stranded at the airport.
Some of y'all might not see nothing wrong with that until your mother got to get her head cut off.
Their suitcases and whatever other belongings they could muster together. And just getting to the airport, Becky, from far-flung locations.
Share this video with somebody that think their life is messed up, man. Somebody think they like, hit the like button, man. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do none of that, man. Just, you know what I mean? Share this video with somebody that constantly complain that their life is bad. Your life is bad. You know
in Afghanistan means having to run a very dangerous gauntlet that could cost them their lives. There are also reports that NBC News can't confirm that 5 people have been killed at the airport. It's unclear under what circumstances. Could have been gunfire. It could have been a stampede, but it's so chaotic.
This is a couple hours ago. So 5 people so far, you know what I'm saying? That a couple hours ago.
Chaotic there. The details are only dripping out as the day unfolds.
Ali, we have watched that video of Afghan citizens kind of surrounding the military transport plane and trying to grasp onto the sides of that. We've watched that again and again this morning. And I just wonder what happened. Do you know what the end result was?
The way Biden talking, that's all they showing you. You know what I'm saying? They probably had the American military clapping at these cats. Make it off our point. You know what I'm saying?
The plane can't take off like this. Did they pull it aside?
No,
nope. They took off with those people on the plane. They like, we up out of here, man. You stay on this plane, bro. We're gonna drop you off in Africa or something.
One of the planes actually took off, and there was also some very disturbing video that's emerged of people falling out of the wheel hub of the airplane after it had taken off. But most of the planes were grounded because they simply couldn't take off because there was a stampede of people on the runway, literally, as the video showed, clinging onto the plane. So a lot of them had to be grounded, and then the US Army then had to form a perimeter around the runway.
How did they do that?
To stop people coming, pouring onto the runway, and they had to fire warning shots in the air to disperse people.
Warning shots in the air. You had 5 people dead.
So it's a real mess there, and you can see that the Afghan people, who are obviously not
this is your man Joe Biden, y'all.
Supporters of the Taliban, are desperate to find a way out of that country, even resorting to clinging.
I'll show y'all him saying that this wasn't going to happen. This wasn't going to happen. Which one of you cocksuckers come in here to put a dislike? I really, you know, I don't even give a fuck about it. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I feel sorry for you, mother.
On to wheels of airplanes.
You mentioned how dangerous it is even to try and make the run to get out. And I guess that if you look like you are trying to get away, then obviously you're not a supporter, and that puts you at incredible risk.
Wow. You see what you just said? If you up on this camera look like you're trying to get away, you know what I'm saying? Then it makes you look like you're not a supporter. You know what's going on. Any of those people that's on that airport that try to get up out of there, when you know what I'm saying, by the time America leave, they all dead. They all die. They're gonna make a big ass grave for them.
Exactly. And you see, one of the problems there, Becky, is that the US had said to Afghans that had been helping US personnel and had granted them visas, they said, look, come down to Kabul airport and we'll evacuate you.
Wow. The people, so also too, the people that was helping the Americans, you know what I'm saying? They was like, yo, listen, when this is all done, you know what I'm saying? Just come down to the airport. We got you. These niggas coming down there with their turbans and all that. They like, you up out of here. They like, me work for America. No, you don't, bro. Get up out of here.
Problem with that is a lot of these Afghans were in far-flung parts of the country. It's a vast country. They didn't have any money 2 weeks ago to get a commercial flight from some corner of the country to Kabul to get evacuated. and they just simply couldn't go by roads with their family.
Look at that. They all up on the
because it was too dangerous. If the Taliban caught them, at best they would be detained, and at worst they would be killed. So it was this really dangerous gauntlet that they had to run through the country, which many of them were unable to do and are now in hiding, totally unaware of what the future.
For people that just got here, y'all want to see the video, I'm gonna play it again. I ain't trying to be unkind, man, but it is what it is. The video's already out there. Some people need to realize, you know what I'm saying, like what they got, including myself. Even the people on the ground is like, damn, if I was thinking about jumping up on one of them joints, I'm not no more. That is crazy. And you can see all on the side, there's people everywhere out there, man. They can't stay there. Let me see what Joe Biden saying, man. I gotta see what Biden's saying, man. I gotta see this. And what I just heard, this made me go look at other videos and I listened to what he said. You know how you ever been around somebody that'll tell you anything to get whatever they need to get? They'll tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Game-changing lotion?
Let this commercial pass. 1 minute. Tell you anything. That's what Biden is. Dude, tell you anything to get what he wants, especially from black people, because we gullible. We love just
to respond to that turmoil in Afghanistan as the president faces criticism over U.S. troops withdrawal. Stephanie Ramos is at the White House with the latest. Good morning, Stephanie.
Robin, good morning. President Biden entered the White House touting his decades of experience on the world stage. And when he announced the drawdown of U.S. troops in Afghanistan back in April, the first major foreign policy decision of his presidency, he assured Americans that Afghan forces could hold the line against the Taliban. This morning, that is not the reality. The president meeting virtually with his national security team from Camp David over the weekend. His critics vocal he has mishandled this crisis. The House and Senate were also briefed over the weekend on the situation.
Oh shit. I thought I was sharing this with y'all. Taliban is just Afghan government. They didn't want democracy. So remember, count your blessings, Tanker. I know, right? It's problems when Trump starts trains. Trump is the man. Trump, man. Incredible.
Pressure is growing on the Biden administration to respond to that turmoil in Afghanistan as the president faces criticism over U.S. troops withdrawal. Stephanie Ramos is at the White House with the latest. Good morning, Stephanie.
Robin, good morning. President Biden entered the White House touting his decades of experience on the world stage. And when he announced the drawdown of U.S. troops in Afghanistan back in April, the first major foreign policy decision of his presidency, he assured Americans that Afghan forces could hold the line against the Taliban. This morning, that is not the reality. The president meeting virtually with his national security team.
See that? That's a very important line, man. Some people, that probably went right over your head.
Meeting virtually with his national security team from assured Americans that Afghan forces could hold the line against the Taliban. The policy decision of his presidency, he assured Americans that Afghan forces could hold the line against the Taliban. This morning.
See what I'm saying?
That is not the reality. The president meeting virtually with his national security team from Camp David over the weekend. His critics vocal he has mishandled this crisis. The House and Senate were also briefed over the weekend on the situation there by the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The president has not spoken publicly about the situation in Afghanistan in nearly a week, but he did put out a statement doubling down on his reasons for pulling American troops out of the country and saying he inherited a deal cut by former President Trump and that it has led to this current turmoil.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our...
Shut your mouth. What's that thing? Let me look at the comments. Biden is no shit senile. Media pretends like this was an overnight thing. That's right. This is a big fact. Let me highlight that. What you Jack and Talkcast, salute. Haiti needs more help. Oh, yes. My boy in Haiti, man. But my boy, we was up north, and when we came home, they extradited him back to Haiti. So he would hit me once in a while, let me know, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on out there. Wasn't going good, especially after, you know what I mean, after the little tragedy out there. Things was I mean, like it's the same thing that's going on with them. You don't realize what you got until you find out the reality of what somebody else is going through. In America, we real insulated. Y'all don't even know. That's why I come at people about getting free money. When you get free money, man, you make yourself look real stupid when you got a certain amount of free money. Let's just say, for instance, you was getting $3,000 a month, right? I don't look at what you got to do within each month. You know what I'm saying? What I like to do is like, how many months? 10 months? 3 times 10. You know what I'm saying? That's $30,000 in my head. Especially when you know that you're going to get it. So that means that you can develop a plan for the 30 bands. What we like to do is we like to just take what we got and just spend it all. You know what I mean? The nigga way. You feel me? The nigga mentality, that's what it is. Come on, let's go get fly. You know what I'm saying? Let's go buy a bunch of shit that we... Matter of fact, if I was buying an eighth before, let's go get a whole ounce right now and smoke it up in double the time. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? It's just like that. That's the nigga mentality. It's not thinking like, you know, in 10 months, if I take this 10 band, if I allow myself, right? Because you could do it, right? Once you take your bills and you knock your bills out, everything else is optional. You know what I'm saying? You knock them bills out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Before I would think I'm getting 3 bands, and I wouldn't even plan, because you can't. You know, like when you can't see the bigger picture, taking $3,000 and putting away $400. You know what I'm saying? It seems stupid or something to some people. They were like, you know what I mean? By next month, that's only $800. Maybe if I work some extra hours, I can get that $800 anyway. You know what I'm saying? A true hustler will think like that and keep it moving. But most of us ain't true hustlers. What we do is we take that motherfucking 3 bands, what we spend up the $2,600, and then you back to that $400. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you don't really get a chance to save up. I like to think about it like this. If you understand that you're about to go through a familiar or similar problem, don't put yourself in the same situation, man. A lot of times we have the opportunity to get up out of whatever situation we in. We just got ain't shit people around us. You know what I mean? Somebody that got some other fucking agenda outside of getting this paper and taking care of business. Some people caught up in relationship problems. You know what I'm saying? Like we caught up in our own mind problems, all type of shit that stop us from getting somewhere in life. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you got cats like this that got to jump over a goddamn plane, you know what I'm saying, in order to get somewhere where they could just have a shot. You got every shot in the world, and you ain't got to jump off of no plane right now, man. And the second you will, look at what's going on with the economy. See, but even just saying the word economy, that might mean, it doesn't mean nothing to y'all. Social studies in school didn't mean nothing to y'all. When y'all went to school, you know what I'm saying, like economics didn't attract you. Microeconomics, macroeconomics, statistics, shit like that didn't attract you. But don't you understand that statistics is people? That shit is people. As long as you know how these motherfucking people's out here, you better fucking do something to make sure you secure, and thank God that you're not in a worse situation. Dude used to tell me all the time, you know what I'm saying? You complain about your sneakers until you meet a motherfucker that ain't got no feet. You know what I'm saying? You complain about your Jordache, your Air Jordache, until you meet a motherfucker that don't got no feet. How you gonna feel? You in the store, you know what I'm saying, beefing with your family or whoever about the Jordans that you want that's not here, and then somebody walk up in there without no feet. Some of y'all will laugh at that person, you know what I mean? And then wonder why your luck is so bad, man. Your luck is bad because your heart is bad, you know what I'm saying? And then also you stupid, you know what I mean? Stupid. You gotta be able to use that word without being so sensitive. I can't call you a faggot ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I'll just call you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Stupid. Once you accept that you're stupid in the mirror, then things will start to change with you, man. I like to look at shit like this because it made me wake up real quick. Very quick. Very quick. You know what I'm saying? Timing, you know, all of y'all, basically I'm a loner. A loner. Not Loner. I'm talking about Loaner. Loner. Loner. That's somebody that's by themselves. I'm not that person. I'm talking about a loner. Loaner. Y'all not permanent for me. I'm not permanent for you. Your own kids is not permanent for you. You know what I'm saying? You not permanent in itself. And nothing that you get is permanent. Nothing that you, what I'm trying to tell you is this, right? You don't borrow time, slick. You don't borrow time, Jack. What are you going to do with your time? Wax Dog, Mask, what's up? Prayers for everyone in the world. Exactly. They're going to need it. You know what I'm saying? Tell you this, right? I ain't trying to preach to y'all. But even if you do real that way, as long as it help you, think about what you got today, man. Think about what you think is important. When you ready to die, right? Like, you know, times when you get ready to die, you know what I'm saying? You might got some indigestion and shit. I'm about to die. You feel me? Or you smoke too much or you get too much or whatever you do, right? Jabbar, what's up, right? Man, Rock, again, salute. Wax Dog, salute. Right? When you get to that point where your ass is about to die and you be like, yo, God, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do it. You all been through that, right? I promise God I ain't gonna do this shit. Next day you're doing the exact same shit, right? When you get to that point, right, what do you think about? What's on your mind at that point? You know what I'm saying? That's what's important in life for you. You know what I mean? Whoever or whatever you're thinking about when your ass is about to die. Appreciate what you got out here, man. I ain't gonna be on this all day. Y'all already know. Might mean true story, all stories ain't. Peace, y'all.